Welcome to Haes Technologies Technical Support videos. In this video, we'll be looking at the config menu options for the Esprit addressable range of panels. To access the menu options, either the enable key needs to be in the on position or user code 1111 entered when prompted. Pressing the enter button will display the menu on the LCD display. The menu options can be navigated using the up, down, left and right and enter cursor buttons as shown on the right here. From the main menu, select the config icon using the cursor buttons and press the enter button. This will take you to the config menu. Config panel options. Select the panel icon using the cursor buttons and press the enter button. The panel options will now be displayed as below. Learn option. Select the Learn icon using the cursor buttons, then press Enter. This option will now initiate the Learn process. The panel will start by scanning for its internal card structure, looking for any changes in the amount of loop cards, etc. Next, the panel will scan for any loop devices present on the system, and after that, the panel will scan for any network panels or repeaters on the system. The results for the learn will then be displayed, starting with the internal cards found as shown above. If correct, press the Accept option. Next, the panel will display any devices present on the loops. Totals are shown in the Found column, and any new devices shown in the New column. Again, press Accept to continue. Next, the panel will display any network panels or repeaters present on the system. Again, press Accept to return back to the Config Panels option menu. Tones option. Select the Tones option using the cursor buttons and press the Enter button. This will display the Tone Setting menu as above. Note, tone pairs are specific to the sound devices being used. Option 1. Tone pairs. Press the Enter button and use the cursor button to select the tone pair to edit, as shown above, and then press Enter. Note, tone pairs are the primary and secondary tones that all loop sounders use in alarm. Any sounder can be set to use any of the 15 tone pairs. 2. Sounder volume. With the required tone pair selected, you can now set the volume for that tone pair, using the cursor buttons to highlight the option and then press Enter to change the value. 3. The alarm tone. Press the Enter button and use the cursor buttons to select whether to use tone 1 or tone 2 for the alarm tone, then press Enter. Note, the alarm tone is the primary fire tone for the sounders on the fire alarm system. 4. Zonal tone. Press the Enter button and use the cursor buttons to select whether to use tone 1 or tone 2 for the zonal tone, then press Enter. Note, the zonal tone is used to associate the selected zone with a specific tone. 5. Evac tone. Press the Enter button and use the cursor buttons to select whether to use tone 1 or tone 2 for the evac tone, then press Enter. Note, the evacuation tone can be set to sound differently to the alarm tone on the fire alarm system. 6. Delay tone. Press the Enter button and use the cursor button to select whether to use tone 1 or tone 2 for the delay tone, then press Enter. Note, the delay tone is a specific sound required from the sounders during a delay period. 7. Alert tone. Again, press the Enter button and use the cursor buttons to select whether to use tone 1 or tone 2 for the alert tone, then press Enter. Note, the alert tone can be set to sound differently to the alarm tone on the fire alarm system, useful for non-fire alerts. 8. Class change tone. Press the Enter button and use the cursor buttons to select whether to use tone 1 or 2 for the class change tone, then press Enter. Note, class change inputs are often used to signal lesson changes in schools, etc. Next are the zone options. Select the zone option using the cursor buttons and press the Enter button. This will display the zone setting menu as above. Note, option 2, Zone delay dependency is not available unless dependency mode options are set for zonal operation. 1. Zone names. Use the cursor button to select the zone names option, then press enter. Note: change the zone number to be edited by using the left-right cursor buttons to select the required zone, displayed at the top of the screen, then push enter. The name editing screen will now be shown as above. Use the cursor buttons to enter the required text for each zone, i.e. ground floor, first floor, etc. When finished, press the button below the Done. Note: select the Alt option for uppercase and lowercase and various symbol options. 2. Zone delay dependency. This option allows selected zones to be included in any dependency modes. Use the Enter button to choose between disabled to the default or enabled. Config panel options. Select the options icon using the cursor button and press the Enter button. This will display the panel options menu as shown above. 1. Language. Use the cursor buttons to select the language option, then press Enter to change the language. Note: options available are English, Spanish, or Mandarin. 2. Zone resound second alarm. Use the cursor buttons to select the zone resound option and press Enter to change it to yes or no. Note: this option chooses whether sounders resound on any second activation or if any new zone goes into fire. 3. Sounder 1 FARE. Use the cursor button to select the Sounder 1 FARE option and then press Enter to change it to yes or no. Note: this option converts Sounder 1 into a monitored fire output to drive a remote fire relay. 4. Sounder 2 FWRE. Use the cursor buttons to select the Sounder 2 FWRE option, then press Enter to change it from yes or no. Note: this option converts Sounder 2 into a monitored fault output to drive a remote fault relay. 5. Delay dependency. Use the cursor buttons to select the delay dependency mode option and press Enter to change between disabled, type A, type B, type C, or delay values. Note: available options are dependency A is a non-display dependency mode. Panel shows normal display during activation. Dependency mode type B is a display dependency mode. Panel shows information during activation. Dependency mode type C. Dependency mode activated by a second device going into alarm in that area. And dependency mode delay, normal delay mode selected. 6. Confirmation time. Use the cursor buttons to select the confirmation time option and then press Enter to change the time values. Note: this option sets the amount of time a dependency mode area can be in alarm before sounders activate automatically. 7. Inhibit time. Use the cursor buttons to select the Inhibit time option, then press Enter to change the time values. Note: this option sets the amount of time a dependency mode area needs to be clear of alarms before activating sounders on re-alarm from that area. Option 8. Core Protocol L1. Use the cursor buttons to select the Core Protocol L1 option and then press Enter to change it between yes and no values. Note: this option sets loop 1 to accept the core protocol devices in the range of 1 to 240 to be fitted to the loop. Options 9, 10 and 11, core protocols for loop 2, loop 3 and loop 4. Use the cursor button to select the core protocol option for loop 2, 3 or 4 and again press Enter to change it to yes or no. 12. Polling LED. Use the cursor button to select the polling LED option, then press Enter to change between yes or no. Note: this option allows devices with polling LEDs to be active or turn the polling LEDs off. 13. Evac Use Muster. Use the cursor buttons to select the Evac Use Muster option and press Enter to change between yes and no. Note: This option sets the evacuation button to generate a muster alarm signal as used in marine applications. 14. Pulse Use Muster. Use the cursor button to select the Pulse Use Muster option and press Enter to change between yes or no. Note this option sets the pulse input to generate a muster alarm signal as used in marine applications. Press the button below Done to return to the Config panel menu. Default option. Select the default option using the cursor button and press the Enter button. Select the Yes option using the cursor buttons and then press Enter if you wish to default the panel back to factory settings. Password option. Select the password option using the cursor buttons and then press Enter. The display will show the old user password 1111. Use the cursor buttons to enter the new password and then press Enter. Use the cursor buttons to highlight the Confirm option, then press Enter to set the new password. Config devices. Select the devices icon using the cursor button and then push the Enter button. Select the devices option within the device options using the cursor buttons and press the Enter button again. Devices. Select the required loop using the left or right cursor buttons and select the required device address using the up and down cursor buttons. Then press Enter. 1. Device name. Select the device name option using the cursor buttons and push the Enter button. Use the cursor buttons to enter the required text for the device. Note, use the delete button to remove the default text before entering the next new text. Select Alt option for upper, lower case and other symbols. When finished, press the button below Done to return back to the device menu. 2. Zone. Select the Zone option using the cursor buttons and press the Enter button. Use the up and down cursor buttons to change the zone number and then press the Enter button. 3. Sounder base. Select the Sounder base option using the cursor buttons and push the Enter button. Use the up-down cursor buttons to change the sounder options between None, On, or Multi, and then press the Enter button. Note this option is for ancillary types of non-addressable sounders. 4. Relay function. Select the relay function option using the cursor buttons and then press the Enter button to change the function. Note this option allows the connection of the relay type bases. 5. Can be silenced. Use the up-down cursor buttons to change the Can be silenced option between yes or no, then push the Enter button. Note this option is for sounders and outputs only and allows outputs to remain on until reset. 6. Latch alarms. Select the Latch alarms option using the cursor buttons and press the Enter button to change the Yes/No option. Note this option relates to the latch status of inputs only. 7. Delay dependency. Use the up-down cursor buttons to select the Delay dependency option and then press Enter to choose between disabled or enabled. Note this option allows individual devices to be included or excluded from the dependency mode. 8. Muster. Select the muster option using the cursor buttons and then press Enter. Then to change the disabled or enabled option. Note this option allows individual devices to activate a muster alarm, marine use only. 9. Not alarm. Use the up-down cursor button to select the Not alarm option, then press Enter to choose between yes or no. Note, this sets an input module device to cause a non-fire event on the panel, indication only. 10. Set device defaults. Select the Set device default option using the cursor buttons and press the Enter button. Use the cursor buttons to select the Yes option and press Enter. The device will then return to its default values. Devices sounders. Select the sounders icon using the left-right cursor buttons and press the Enter button. Use the left-right cursor button to choose either PSU Sounder 1 or PSU Sounder 2. Note, these sounder circuits are located on the main PSU board. 1. In alarm. Select the In Alarm option using the cursor buttons and press the Enter button to change to continuous, pulsing or off. 2. In Evac. Use the up-down cursor buttons to select the In Evac option, then press Enter button to change to continuous, pulsing or off. 3. In Delay. Select the In Delay option using the cursor buttons and press the Enter button to change to continuous, pulsing or off. 4. In Alert. Use the up-down cursor buttons to select the In Alert option, and then press Enter button to change to continuous, pulsing or off. 5. In Class Change. Set the Class Change option using the cursor buttons and press the Enter button to change between continuous, pulsing or off. 6. Sounders can be silenced. Use the up-down cursor button to select the Sounders can be silenced option, then press Enter to change to continuous, pulsing or off. Note, used for driving beacons that need to continue until a reset signal is received. Devices, relays. Select the relay icon using the left-right cursor button and then press the Enter button. Use the left-right cursor buttons to choose between either the fire relay or the fault relay. Note, these relays are located on the PSU main board. 1. In Alarm. Select the In Alarm option using the cursor buttons, then press the Enter button to change between continuous, pulsing or off. 2. In Evac. Use the up-down cursor buttons to select the In Evac option, then press the Enter button to change to continuous, pulsing or off. 3. In Fault. Select the In Fault option using the cursor buttons, then press the Enter button to change to on or off. Note, allows the relay to respond to a fault signal. 4. Fail Safe. Use the up-down cursor buttons to select the Fail Safe option, then press the Enter button to change between yes or no. Note, the Fail Safe setting inverts the contacts in the relay, i.e. normally open contacts become normally closed contacts. Network. Select the network icon using the left-right cursor buttons, and then press the Enter button. Use the left-right cursor buttons to select the Options icon, and then push Enter. 1. Local Zones. Select the Local Zones option using the cursor buttons and press the Enter button to change between yes or no. Note, this option tells the panel to display its own zones only and not all of the network zones. 2. Network Mode. Use the up and down cursor buttons to select the Network Mode option, then press the Enter button to change between fault tolerant or radial. Note, this setting tells the panel to look for a 2-core radial cable rather than a fault-tolerant return type of network. 3. Local General Disablement. Select the Local General Disablement option using the cursor buttons and then press the Enter button to change the yes-no value. Note, this option tells the panel to respond to a local disablement only and not a network-wide disablement. When finished, press the button below Done to return back to the network menu. Select the panel icon using the cursor buttons and press the Enter button. The display will now show all network panels and repeaters on the system. Note, slave panels and repeaters can be added manually by pressing Enter on the desired panel number and setting the option as present. Press the button under Done when finished. PSU, Power Supply Unit. Select the PSU icon using the left-right cursor buttons and then press the Enter button. The display will now show the config PSU options as shown above. 1. Battery monitoring. Set the battery monitoring option using the cursor buttons and press the Enter button to change between yes or no. 2. Battery High Z. Use the up and down cursor buttons to select the Battery High Z option, then press Enter to change between yes or no. Note this setting turns off the battery impedance testing function. 3. Charge during alarm. Select the Charge during alarm option using the cursor buttons and press the Enter button to change the yes or no value. Note, turning this option off can increase standby time by reducing the panel current when in an alarm condition. 4. Fault monitoring. Use the up and down cursor buttons to select the fault monitoring option, then press enter to change the option between yes or no. Note this setting stops the panel monitoring for faults on the loop cabling. We always recommend leaving this on. 5. UPS mode. Select the UPS mode option using the cursor buttons and then press enter to change the value between yes or no. Note, used when powering a panel from an external 24-volt DC supply such as in marine applications. 6. Low current charge. Use the up or down cursor buttons to select the low current charge option, then press enter to change between yes or no. Note this setting uses a lower battery charge current to reduce the quiescent load of the panel. Thank you for watching. For more videos, please visit our website at www.haes-tech.com.